Buon pomeriggio. Hey everybody, new name here, playing my favorite game, Watcher of Realms, and today is day 29 on the free-to-play series. Tomorrow, very lucky day, get this legendary summoning crystal. It's always a nice thing to get at least a guaranteed epic, especially when there's like a oracle trial going on. So the reason that I bring you into the oracle trial is the Lost Legacy is for Gear Raid 1. And you'll see over here, I'm only getting 20 points per item because I had Gear Raid 1 Stage 18 on farm. Well, if you come over to my roster here, you'll notice that I fused this wonderful free-to-play achievable hero, Abomination, brought him to 6-star, gave him a 6-star promotion, and I did it to Volka as well. And you'll never guess what I was able to do. Well, if we go into the Gear Raid 1, Stage 19 is on farm. I speculated, I've done this in the past, so I was pretty adamant that as soon as I 6-starred Volka and I fused and 6-starred Abomination, I had to fumble around maybe 3 or 4 attempts. But Gear Raid 1, Stage 19 is on farm for the rest of this account's life. So I have Gear Raid 3, Stage 19 on farm, and Gear Raid 1. I haven't tried 19 for Gear Raid 2 yet, so that's something I will do later today. But if I can clear 3-star all the Gear Raids 19 within 30 days on a free-to-play account, I'm pretty happy and proud about that. So if you're going to take a look at what I'm doing here on auto, I'm not showing you how to do the stage. Obviously, I have my own strategy, and I set it up so that this is how I speed farm. I would normally put like a strong marksman over here, like a Silas or a Hex or Set Ram if you have them. And I was just testing the damage, okay? Anyways, I can't melt the boss because if you can kill this boss, there's no heals and your autos go so much faster. You can actually shave like an entire minute off of every auto. The reason that I knew though that this was so important to get this Abomination, as you see him here on the bottom right, he adds burning. He can do burning to the enemies, and Volka. A lot of people don't realize that she works like Valeria. At the end of her ultimate, it'll explode for damage to up to 10 nearby enemies, okay? And obviously Comet is going to be doing like 70 million or 50 million damage, I forget. And Raiden over here by himself, he's just here to clean up what the other guys can't finish, all right? And Valkyria in the middle. In case you don't know how good Valkyria is in this raid, that's where this magic damage taken that's going to help Comet out comes from. It's from Valkyria every time she hits. So you'll notice that that debuff is always on. And there's A-bombs burning. Volka also, during her ultimate, will apply a 30% damage reduction. So if you see like a sword icon with an arrow coming down show up here, that's from Volka, okay? But you're looking like that wall's at like 45%. I'm never going to have an issue here again. So DJ Dolores spinning the fat beats, made Comet do some good work there. And I'm very happy about that. Like, this was the final, Gear Raid 1, I couldn't clear. That's not bad. So if this was attack speed, I'd be a lot happier. Because I don't think I'd roll this to 16. But crit damage on a crit damage chest, I'm going to keep that. And I'm going to do it one more time here. Because as you see, I'm only 1 stamina short of max. So might as well do 22 more. So it takes another hour to fill. But you'll notice here, I don't know how you do your Gear Raid 119s. The other reason that I face my Comet up is that he's already ahead of Dolores for his ultimate. So before the boss even decides, like, I think my buddies need a heal, they're already all dead, okay? And it works that way before I set up the auto. That first wave, they're really wimpy, okay? So I thought I would have to have Comet in a Soulbound Arcana set. I tried yesterday for like 2 hours with a Soulbound Arcana set. I just forced one together. I only ever had like 3 real pieces to make it. And it just, he didn't have the stats and he wasn't going to do it. He didn't have a quality supporting cast either because I was using A5 Wrath. I didn't want to 6-star my Volka. And then I thought about it today. I'm like, you know what? I'll show you after this why I decided to 6-star Volka. And Abomination down here, like he's on his ultimate now is permanent because he's gotten 2 full rage bars. So if you really want, you can use like your Laurel to accelerate that process so that by the time the third wave comes, Abomination would be a permanent ultimate. And I'll show you the damage. I forgot on the first one. I'll show you the damage after. but I'm pretty sure Comet does like, 80% of all the damage that's required. Normally, though, I take my Abomination, if he's got Awaken 1, and I put him right here at Comet's feet and face him across the wall. And his A1 would stun enemies. And I have other uploads showing that. And I'll link one of them at the end of the video if you need any help with like GR1-19, no anti-heal. As you see, I don't have an anti-heal here. Okay. So I'm hoping to get some kind of left side gear sets now that I can roll to 16. I've got a bunch of the items earlier. Oh, another exact same. Let's see here. Now this is what we're talking about. I'd rather see crit rate than the crit damage if it's going to roll a flat attack. Okay. So those are two decent pieces. This one's obviously a bit better. So on the damage stats, yeah. So Comet leads the charge. So I can get Abomination to produce that kind of damage if I can keep him alive in front of the wall facing across it. And Valkyrie's, if you can keep her alive facing across the wall, she would put up like 30 million, no problems, okay? And that's not bad numbers from Raiden considering he didn't get any boost. And if you're looking at Volka there, like I think in her skills, all my Volka got was like in her basic attack, okay? So there's something else that I was able to do before I did Gear Raid 1. Well, let's go into the Dwarven shop here. Maybe there's a summoning stone. There is no summoning stone. So again, I always show this on the free-to-play series, okay? I'm always going to buy those insignias. And I'm always going to buy the fodder. If I don't have room for the fodder, I will, even if it's not a corridor of glory, which it is, I will level them up. Always buy this fodder. It'll take you a few months. Eventually, you'll run out of heroes to 6-star. But when you're new, yes. So some people tell you, spend the gold to buy this item. So I'm going to because Mana Spring is a really good set and it doesn't drop often. And maybe this one's good. What's going on? So that's a really good piece. There's no argument about this piece. If this HP bonus said crit damage, my lord. But that's still something I'm going to roll, and it's a Tales of the Smith event. So let's make sure I have some fighters with the gear on that I need to do what, if you haven't guessed yet, why I would want to make sure my fighters are all geared. I'm about to show you. So, artifact material rate. The last upload I did was stage 15, I believe. So, I'm about to show you stage 17, artifact material rate, on farm, on a free-to-play account, with a 5-star Wrath in the mix. All right. So actually, yeah, I'm gonna put gear on them. But there's certain things that you can do in this game once you understand from previous experiences on what's required to accomplish those tasks. So my main damage is going to be Vladov. Okay, he brings a bleed. That's part of it, but he's also, yeah. So you can have all the heroes that you want in awesome gear. Doesn't mean you're going to get the job done because you just might not have the oomph yet. As you'll notice, I'll show you something here as well. I don't have any skill ups in Abomination, okay? And Volka got maxed Midnight Requiem. I was really hoping to get her Scarlet Feast maxed out. Volka might be my next maxed skilled legendary, okay? But anyways, when you want to do artifact material raid, all right, you start getting, the idea in your head that you have to burn the boss. You're like, I have to do this fast. I can't keep up. I can't keep up. I'm dying too quickly, okay? So I'll show you my auto. I don't think it'll fail. I forget I think I have 6 fighters in it. I can't recall. But I'm going to show you something that you might not be aware of with the placement so that you can hit the boss from all of these nearby tiles. You see how I put down my Vlad off first? I do it on ×1 and I hold my Oleg out. And what happens is when the boss walks down, as soon as Vladov turns to attack the boss, then you drop your tank. So now all these tiles can hit the boss. Some people think like you can only do it with like a Zillitu or an Arrogance from down at these bottom tiles. But Valkyria is hitting the boss, okay? So over here I have Constance. Oh no, that's Wrath. Oh, because I set up the auto, I apologize. But up at the top there, before I was able to, do this on farm, I'm going to run it again just to show you. All right. And it really gets this quick, especially when you get the power of dominance and you get it on stage 18 and you use like Valeria tanking, it's over before it's 10 seconds, boom, done. So anyways, you'll see I put Abomination up here and I used Volka up here. And even without the power dominance, like these ads, they can't kill them, okay? Once you get the power of dominance, the only reason I put my Vortex here was I the auto successful is fast enough for me, but I could actually take Vortex out because you're looking at my Oleg here. Like the boss can't break his shield. And when he does, he heals. And then he regens his shield. Okay, so I'm not going to show you how to do artifact material rate stage 17. When I get 18 done on the free to please series, then I'll show you my strategy. But I did those two things, and there's one more thing that I did, and I don't know if you've caught it yet. Okay, I'm very happy about it. And the reason that I'm showing the artifact material rate is that I picked up 20 more exclusive meteorite things, whatever they're called. But I picked up a upgraded medal for Challenger of the Void. Day 29, free to please, free to play account, cleared, Elite Laseer. I pulled his tail off. You go into the Void Rift here, and it says 100%. And you go into Elite. You're like, I heard tell there's this cricket munching iguana running around. Gone. 100% Elite, free to play account. And it was because of Abomination, who I put where I normally would stick an A5 Wrath at the bottom core, but I don't have A5 Wrath. So I put my Abomination there. And the reason I 6-starred Abomination, as you saw, is he was able to make those three things happen today for me with Volka. So I guess I got Brave Conquest is there pretty far away from any kind of summons, but there's one opportunity, my first opportunity to forge an exclusive artifact. So for fun, we're going to do it together. And I think you can also get, legendary switch ups. Whatever, okay? I don't think it should be there, but let's see what happens, okay? I hope that if you forge any of these, you get something good. Please give me an exclusive, that'd be awesome. This Flux Pendant is not bad. I already have one that's on my Wrath, so I could actually upgrade that to 16. Or I can use this to put it on somebody else who, when they lose health, they do more damage. Good decisions. I got good things to make decisions about. So you can't see it because of my ugly mug, but on day 29, there's 11 unique legendary heroes on a free-to-play account. 11, okay? So everybody can fuse a Volka, a storyline getter, okay? Abomination, once you get the required heroes, which I was fortunate last week to pull Damon, you can fuse your Abomination, all right? So I got this ass horror in my last summon session. Shamir was like my first Lego, but like there's a nice balance. All right. Some of these are really crap. Like ass horror and Shamir and Kriya, you don't want. But the rest of these, like I didn't realize how good Constance was. And Allura made Gear Raid 319 happen for me. So I don't know if I have any summons left over here. I don't think so. I've tried 52 for Lust. So let's try one more for fun on the video here together. I normally wouldn't spend diamonds anymore. As you see, I don't need to. But if I can pull an Arrogance or a Lust this early into the account, especially with now I'm going to try Gear Raid 219, Arrogance is huge for that. Okay, him and Valk, I don't think I would need a healer. And you might not believe what I just said, but I have uploads on the channel showing Gear Raid 2 without healers and how it can actually be easier. So anyways, this is new name, playing my favorite game, Watcher of Realms on a free-to-play account. Day 29, I have beaten Laseer and Torador in the Void Rift. I have 3-starred Gear Raid 1 Stage 19 and Gear Raid 3 Stage 19. I can't complain. This has gone much better than I thought it would. Artifact Material Raid Stage 17 today. Once I get that to 18 and Gear Raid 2 to 19, sky's the limit. Okay, once I start getting invigoration sets, oh boy. Take care, everybody.